The Incredible Hulk. This is Marvel's warning against uncontrolled anger, but also actually a fairly solid psychological blueprint for how to manage yours.
There's a lot we can learn from movies about relationships, family dynamics, grief, and more. In their popular YouTube series, Cinema Therapy, licensed marriage and family therapist Jonathan Decker and filmmaker Alan Seawright break down some of the best and worst films to see and how they apply to real life.
Jonathan and Alan join us live. Thanks for being with us.
All right. Hello there.
Thank you, guys.
It's interesting that, does it take some of the enjoyment out of watching these movies when you realize that there's a backstory behind everything?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Or does it make it more enjoyable for you guys? How did this all start?
Okay. So
Go ahead, Jonathan.
we've got a little bit of a lag. Sorry about that. The short version is I use movie clips in therapy. I use movie homework in therapy. Watch 2 of these and call me in the morning, right? That type of thing. I did it teaching classes. Thought that there's a way to reach a wide audience and do something engaging and entertaining, and really wanted to work with my friend again. That knew Alan was exceptionally talented at production, exceptionally talented at making things happen, and also that we had good on-screen chemistry because we were college roommates, did some films together, so we got this thing running.
All right, well, let's go through some of the movies that you guys talk about, starting with a very popular animated movie, Encanto.
Okay.
Sorry, a bit of a lag time here. Alan, go ahead.
Yeah, Encanto is full of lots of therapeutic concepts that you can apply to your own life. It's a beautiful film. The tunes are catchy, thanks Lin-Manuel. And honestly, it's just a delightful movie that our episode has reached a few million people at this point, where we just talk about things that you can bring to your life. Jonathan, do you want to expand on that?
Yeah, well, why I think it resonates so much with people is the story of Mirabel feeling like she doesn't have gifts, she doesn't have talents, that she's surrounded by people who are admired and respected, and that she's kind of like the odd one out, and that she comes to realize that her actual talent is the most important of all, which is her ability to see, it's her ability to understand, it's her ability to show compassion and empathy and kindness, and that is what saves the village, that's what saves her family, and that her family before that doesn't truly see her. They love her because she's part of the family, but they also just kind of accept that she's the ugly duckling of the family. She doesn't represent the way the rest of us do. And I think a lot of us feel that way in our social circles, at work, at school, even within our families, that the talents that we do have are not recognized, or they're seemingly unimportant. And the message of the film really resonates and is healing therapeutically, because it brings people to this place of, I matter. I have worth. Just like anybody else, I have strengths and weaknesses. And if everybody else has worth, then so do I, right? And I think that's a very potent, powerful message. It's also part of this this new subgenre of films where parents or grandparents apologize to their children.
Yeah.
Which we're seeing a lot coming in. And Alan and I joke a lot about Disney and Pixar's writers now. We're like, what was going on in everyone's childhood? Because we're seeing this theme over and over and over again in Coco and Encanto and all sorts of these, and Turning Red. And but the audience is here for it. I think that's something that this generation is needing, is that type of validation of their worth.
Alan, let's talk about, you brought up Disney. Let's talk about some of those Disney romances. A lot of people think it's just so antiquated, but what is to be deciphered? Have they gotten any different over the years, these Disney romance movies?
I would say that as time has gone on, the romances depicted in Disney animated films have gotten better. If you go back to early films like Cinderella, not a lot of substance there, but the further along we get, the more the partners seem to become equal. There's like real emotional depth from both characters in the romance, and we see a lot more that's useful when Jonathan is explaining how relationships can actually function. We weren't able to draw a whole lot from Cinderella, for instance, but from the original Cinderella, I'd point out. As as we go on, they get better and better. And, you know, of course, the animation techniques have improved and the films look and sound better too. So that's great for me as a filmmaker.
So for people not familiar with your YouTube series here, are there specific movies that you guys say to avoid? Like, do not watch this, we do not like this message, Jonathan?
No, we never tell people to avoid anything. We tell them to watch movies with their brains turned on. And so the idea of our channel is that it's not meant to be pop psychology. It's meant to deliver actual psychology and actual family therapy and relationship therapy skills and techniques, just in a packaging that's, you know, Alan likes to say the movie stuff is the spoonful of sugar that helps the medicine go down, right? And so the idea is, for example, Twilight. We took aim at Twilight, and we don't take aim at a lot of things. We're generally a very positive channel. There's a lot of channels on the internet that kind of take the wind out of the sails of movies and tear them down. And we like to pick things that we love and that we enjoy. But we had a lot of fun with Twilight. And we said, look, if this is your guilty pleasure, if you enjoy Twilight, go ahead and enjoy it. But just don't model your relationships after it. Like watch it with your eyes open. I feel the same. I mean, I'm a marriage counselor. I'm all about healthy relationships. I love James Bond, not a healthy relationship model. But the idea is that I'm watching it with my brain turned on, saying, well, yeah, you know, he's immune to machine gun fire when he's running. He's also immune to the consequences of his choices, how this would actually play out in real life, right? And so that's the sort of thing. We never tell people to avoid anything, just to engage with it actively.
Gotcha. Well, for more, you can check out cinematherapy.com. You can also find them on YouTube and Instagram. Alan, Jonathan, thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Robin and Dan.